Hi there, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I want to talk to you today about how I approach cases involving lupus. And as you probably know, lupus is a condition, it's an autoimmune disease that causes significant problems. Many times it can affect various organs of the body and cause poor functioning of those organs. It can cause joint pain. A lot of times there's fever involved, kind of a chronic low-grade fever. It can be very fatiguing. People with lupus a lot of times are very, very tired and just feel washed out. Sensitivity to sunlight is another example. Blotchy skin. And it can be a pretty significant, depending on how serious the condition is, it can be a real problem in terms of functioning, just in terms of activities of daily living, much less trying to go to work. So in a Social Security context, again, remember the definition of disability is the inability to engage in substantial gainful activity because of a medical condition or a condition that has lasted or is expected to last 12 consecutive months. Clearly, if you've been diagnosed with lupus, this is a condition that is not going to go away in a short period of time, so I think the duration requirement is likely to be met. Then the next, really, the question is, how severe is it? And basically there are two ways to approach it. Lupus case, one is the listing level, which is a listing 14.02, where it really talks about the effect on various organs of the body, if you can show that your lupus has affected your organs or that it has caused extreme fatigue and difficulty in engaging activities of daily living. That would be something that your doctor could comment upon and determine whether or not you meet the listing. The second way, which is generally what happens at hearings, is the functional capacity argument. That is, when we go to court and argue to the Social Security judge that because of lupus and any other conditions, and sometimes depression is associated with it, because obviously someone who can't function the way they used to would likely be depressed, that the combination of depression, of lupus, of anything else going on makes it difficult for that person to be reliable at a competitive job. And basically that it would be difficult to maintain attention, concentration, focus, that fatigue would be a real issue. Maybe that, again, certainly jobs requiring exertion, because people with lupus a lot of times have difficulty with exertion, or jobs requiring temperature extremes or exposure to sunlight would be eliminated. But basically we have to eliminate jobs, even a simple entry-level controlled climate type of job. You would have to argue that fatigue, pain, and difficulty concentrating and focusing for up to 1/3 of the day, 3 or 4 days a week. That would be a good functional capacity argument, so that we're going to identify all the symptoms and really plug them into this definition of capacity, of how this would make it impossible for you to get through a work day ongoing, that at least maybe twice a week or once a week, you would be so impaired by your symptoms that you would not be able to function in a work environment. That would be a good functional capacity argument in a lupus case. So basically, when I have clients with lupus, I'm going to run it through the listing level to see if I can meet a listing. If I can't, I'm going to kind of default back to that functional capacity argument and ask a treating doctor to help me identify specific activity limitations that would preclude any kind of even simple competitive work. And if you do that, and your condition is not responding to medications and the symptoms are severe enough, I think you've got a pretty good shot at winning with your lupus case in front of a Social Security disability judge. So I hope this has been helpful. Again, I'm Jonathan Ginsberg. Any questions, please feel free to let me know. Thanks a lot.